Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 48 of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden, Florida.
Great place for all your collectible needs.
And wants. Everything you could want.
Needs.
And Maple Leaf Tickets in Kissimmee, Florida.
Yes, our official ticket agency, the best deals on tickets in town.
Our first stop is Disney's very exclusive community, the Golden Oak.
Golden Oak, yes, named after the Golden Oak Ranch, where they filmed a lot of movies and things in California.
And this is Ariel. There are going to be several sculpture gardens within the community entitled Disney Friends in Nature, and there'll be Bambi and Friends.
Right, and the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But here is a look at Ariel, and if it looks familiar to you, you've probably, if you're a big theme park person like us, you've probably seen this either here at the Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland, where the Little Mermaid meet and greet used to be, or at Disneyland, where the ferries are now, which is sort of where the old House of the Future was.
Do you think they brought it in?
I think it's from somewhere, and I'm hearing it's possibly from the California one, actually. It sounds more likely that it is the one that formerly was in California.
But we do not know for
But we
sure.
don't know 100%. That's correct.
And so it was really nice to see this. This is actually the first sculpture garden here, but there's going to be, again, the other two had not been put in place.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the Bambi one is in the process of going up right now. So it's all coming along. And I tell you, we did have a chance to drive around. And boy, oh boy, those houses, this is the Beverly Hills of Orlando.
I don't know if it's a Beverly.
It was very impressive to me.
They're beautiful. The homes are beautiful.
I have not seen homes like that. Well, of course, we haven't driven out into the other nice areas of town.
Windermere.
Right. But yeah, we were very impressed by seeing all the houses and the different styles of architecture and all the little Disney references like Carolwood Drive and things like that.
But it's not over Disney. Like, you don't feel like you're necessarily in Disney. I mean, you're in a residential neighborhood.
Right. And also, while we were there, we were able to take a look at the Four Seasons Resort Orlando at Walt Disney World Resort.
From the outside.
That's the official name. Yes. Well, it's not opened yet.
Right.
So
it's going to open next year with 440 rooms, which is incredible. I mean, that's a pretty large resort.
This is the model that they have in the preview center, and I just put together a little video to set up what it actually looks like now when we get to the outside shot. But tell me more about the hotel. You found out they're going to have a restaurant.
There's supposed to be a restaurant on I don't know if it's a rooftop restaurant, but pretty much where you have the view of the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, this is very tall. I mean, here's the real look of it just the other day, just 2 days ago.
I mean, it's clearly
very tall.
It's clearly topped out at this point, and but it's moving along. I mean, it took a long time. I think when I started my website, Mousesteps, in 2007, it had just been announced around that time.
Right, and we were told that some friends of ours can actually see parts of it from inside Fort Wilderness, which I thought is kind of interesting.
But I don't think like lots of it. I think sort of the top.
Just the tip, the very top, tip top.
I've never seen it from inside, so it will be interesting.
Especially depending on how it's lit. That'll make a difference, I suppose. But so that was the Four Seasons. Also, we're playing catch up here because Denise was away. We have this video left over from Easter time, Easter Sunday.
So this was really fun. We didn't go to as many resorts as I wanted to. Like, I wanted to go to all the resorts.
It's because we didn't get up early enough.
We didn't get up early enough.
Which is not her fault. It's partially my fault on that one.
But this is Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse was at Disney's. This was a Pop Century resort.
That's correct. She's in her springtime attire. And we figured we'd check out Easter for the very first time at Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
And, these resorts don't always have characters meeting and greeting as much during the holidays as the deluxe resorts. So I thought it was great that every resort seemed to have that.
Yeah, next year, I'll tell you right now, we're going to get up at the crack of dawn, be there for as many resorts as possible, because I love seeing the characters in the different outfits. Although we have seen this outfit on opening day
of Disney's
when the Art of Animation opened.
Resort.
Mickey wore his Hawaiian swim trunk shirt there.
But you don't see him too often in that. So some of the outfits that different characters wore around the resort
very fancy, very elegant.
So
I wish we could have done it all, but you can't always do it
all.
If
they do it next year, we're definitely going to check it out.
So we had a friend in town who wanted to see all the parks and kept me very, very, very busy. So we were over at the Magic Kingdom and we saw this new popcorn bucket. Actually, I had seen this earlier.
With
and,
me.
with you. Yes, with you too. And this is the Dumbo popcorn bucket.
That's very exciting.
Comes filled with popcorn. Did
for
you know?
$12. And everybody loves it. It's so cute.
It's very popular. I mean,
We're
these
gonna end up with
specialty.
one, I'm
I
sure.
think we're going to end up with one. I mean, you'd love to be sitting on the couch having some popcorn.
We never eat out of we have these snowmen and the Halloween
because they're
popcorn
filled with
buckets,
candy.
But we never put popcorn in them.
Yeah, because you have them filled with candy.
I don't think we're going to eat popcorn out of him. I think he'll just sit there with something inside him.
And you had left. You had gone on your trip by this time, but I went with my friend to be our guest. He wanted to check out Be Our Guest. And brand new, they had just implemented this a few days before we went.
I think that you look like, very excited over something that it actually is very interesting, but you're like,
It's a candelabra. Think of Maurice when Maurice is holding the candelabra and he doesn't yet know that it is Lumiere. That's how I felt. It felt like it could be a live thing, and this is what they give you to light the way to your seat. It's great storytelling. It sets up the whole thing that you're truly in an enchanted restaurant, and I think Be Our Guest restaurant needed something like this. It just lacked this one little element of enchantment, which to me now it has.
Well, I thought maybe they'd sit next to the menu so you could see the menu better, but you said they already take it away.
They come, and that's how they know to take your order, because the candelabra's there and they greet you and take away the candelabra.
But I want it for my menu.
Well, you only need it in the West Wing. You don't need it in the. We were in the main area, so.
And I missed this too. I was
you missed
for 2
all
nights.
the cool
I missed
stuff.
so much.
So they are bringing out this Captain Hook. It wasn't a big surprise that he was alive.
Right. I wish that they hadn't maybe said something, but I guess they want everybody to go out and see him. But I think it would be more interesting if people guests didn't know he was going to be there.
Right. And I had to do the first set because I had things to do that day, and because again the first set they had Captain Hook right here in the middle, and all the guests can see him moving. They knew he was going to be alive, so it wasn't as good of a surprise as I would have liked. But there were still a few like right there was a couple little surprises. But I think it's very cool, and it made its debut. Oh, who's this character? It made its debut at Lake Eola, right?
Lake Eola, and I believe he was also at Downtown Disney.
Our friend David actually sent us a picture one day, telling us how he saw this guy
at Lake Eola.
It was really cool too. They really scared people over there.
And at the time, I didn't really understand what it was, but it's obviously they call it a living topiary.
Yeah, I wish you could have been there for that though.
I wish too.
I needed someone to act scared. You see, so I could have sent you there.
I don't think I would have been that scared.
You couldn't have yelled and been frightened.
I can yell, obviously, but
I don't know what that means.
Jeff knows.
But that would have been good to have some action.
They said it was a one-time only thing.
True limited time magic.
Right, but I hope that they'll bring him back and maybe put him somewhere and not say anything. Don't tell, don't announce it, and then let him scare everybody as they walk around until it lights up on Twitter that he's there.
Or they could put a person in the big giant Captain Hook that's already there and be really still for a few hours.
So well.
You'd probably have to be very well paid in that Florida heat there. But there you go. They're wheeling him away, and see, you missed the fun.
I know. I missed so much. I missed like a ton of stuff.
And then you missed Snow White.
But we can see her
But
anywhere.
let me tell this story. I was given false information by a friend of mine.
Don't say who it is.
And I was told it was Prince Charming, but he quickly corrected me, and he is really Mr. the Prince.
Well,
he is known
Snow
as
White's
the
Prince.
I call him Mr. the Prince because he is the Prince. So that was very interesting to be corrected like that. And I asked, of course, for their little friends, and I guess they were off in the mine.
And this is over by Millennium Village, which is now World Showplace.
Oh, another quick thing. So while we were at Epcot, we went on Test Track, and we were in the single rider line, but we noticed next to us at the Fast Pass, they were handing these Fast Pass Plus cards out sort of as a test. So I just asked if I could take a picture of another guest's card, but that seemed like it was a cool thing going on. Also, they had these, you can have your Test Track mug in the shape
And
of a
this
cone.
was the first time you'd actually seen it out. We'd seen the sign, but hadn't seen it out.
Yes, yes. Very similar to the Cozy Cone drinks from California Adventure. And it was Art in the Garden week.
And
Where
this
were
is
you?
my
Where
favorite.
were you?
This is my favorite weekend
Look at
every
how beautiful.
year.
Look at how beautiful this was. I wish you could have come and done this with me.
I
You'd have
know.
loved
I
it.
love it. I'm so disappointed.
But at least you get to see the
I did.
pictures
I had.
here.
I
See
had
the
a
nice
great time.
pictures here?
I had a great time in DC. But
Yes.
all this stuff, it's amazing. Like you leave for a couple days, and how much happens in that time.
Oh, and Noah. Without his ark, that's Noah there signing too.
Huh, without his ark.
And
I would have liked to have met Noah.
This was kind of cool. Well, how they were,
Fixing up the
fixing
flowers.
up the floating flowers. And the main deal was again the reason I was kept so busy. A good friend Bruce Lau was signing his new Figment piece, and here's Bruce now. He's always so colorful with his Hawaiian shirts there.
And the Figment piece, you said it's about $65.
$65. They still have them available.
Signed.
Yes, well, there's only a limited number. I think he said there was only 650 that were signed, and I believe there was 3,000 made or something like that. So, but if you want one signed, they still have some signed. And there's Bruce with his Figment pieces, and there's our group, our weekly Walt Disney World group, all our good friends there. And it was nice to take a picture with Bruce. That was really cool. And of course, the other big news while you weren't here was Morocco. They had closed the nice area with the water wheel and all that.
I miss the water wheel already. I love it. That's
the water
my favorite
wheel
part.
is gone. There is no sign of all that. You can sort of look through the little hole in the door there, and everything
gone.
is it's been completely
I love
stripped.
that little area. They're going to be building a waterfront restaurant here called, at this point at least, it's called Spice Road Table.
Correct.
I believe that's right.
That's right.
And again, like a tapas, small plate restaurant.
I mean, it should be very nice having it on the water. From reading about it, I was told it's sort of having a food and wine booth all the time. That's what they mean by that. Little portions. So you can just go get your yummy
small portions.
Moroccan goodness.
And you can still see Moroccan.
Moroccan, that's correct. They just moved the stage, a temporary stage.
And we sort of knew when they put the merchandise, which we're going to see inside of the Tangerine Cafe.
Right, that was a dead giveaway.
I was like, oh, I guess the restaurant's going to be starting soon. That was about a month ago. And then we saw the stage like a week ago moved. So it was pretty
right. You'll
clear.
notice that whole building is completely gone. Where
That
that hidden Mickey used to be. We just saw this a week or two ago when they hid the egg on top of that building.
It was about a week ago.
Yeah, so things move fast
That's
around
fast.
here.
That's like Transformers fast.
Yeah, well, they maybe the Transformer guys said this is food. This is food service. You can't fool around.
It's supposed to be open by the end of the year.
Right. And again, they moved some of the merchandise. Obviously, they didn't have room to move everything in
But
here,
they have other
temporarily, of
merchandise in other shops, obviously, too.
course. Correct. They just sort of spread it around while they're redoing it.
So you can eat and buy a
fez.
dress.
I
Fez.
need a fez with my food, of course. But
Part of the Disney dining plan, you get a fez and a meal.
But it was a beautiful day and a very busy week, very exciting week at Disney World. But you also had a very exciting time on your trip to the Washington, D.C. area.
I was only gone a couple of nights, but I went to the Ambet Silver Helmet Award in Washington, D.C. to see my dad receive an award. This is him meeting Donald Driver, who I don't watch football or Dancing with the Stars, but I kind of researched him before we left, and he had won last season's Dancing with the Stars.
He won it.
Yes,
I did
won
not
it.
know that.
Mhm.
So he is the defending champion.
And here is, my dad giving him. My dad has these nail files, and he'll say, "File it away," like it will have his
That's
information.
the name of his foundation on it, right?
Right. It has all that information, and you can see, like Jeff pulled out a picture of my dad meeting President Obama here.
I love that he does that tagline, even to the president. It makes me laugh.
He's actually met 7 presidents, twice Obama in the White House. My dad was invited, but even as a kid, I had a picture of him with Ford, and I brought it to school, and because a kid, after I told him that I had it, said, "Well, I'll bring my mother's pot if you bring, this picture." And I thought he meant like why would I want to see a pot? Like, I'm 10 years old. I don't think that it's anything but like a pan or something.
Apparently, he never did bring this.
He never
pot in.
brought anything.
That's probably for the best. What
I've
a nice
seen enough
picture, by
pots.
the way, of you and Mr. Don there.
He was very sweet. Donald Driver was very nice. And here is myself with my dad. My dad has like 1 billion awards, but this was a very nice one.
Well, I'm glad. You should be very proud of your father.
I am.
He has really done a lot for the disabled veterans.
And Donald Driver received a humanitarian award from the Ladies Auxiliary of AMVETS. So he, again, very nice man. He was very funny too. So and we're going to see my dad again, and receiving his award. And the helmet is, again, my dad has so many awards, but this one is one of the most impressive ones, probably the most impressive that I've seen.
Looks heavy.
It was kind of heavy, actually. And there I am, and there's my dad.
You look very nice. You guys look great.
Thank you. I just want to say how proud I am of my dad. He was blinded in Vietnam, yet earned a master's degree, going to school for 6 years, then worked for the federal government until retirement. He has a foundation, and he also has a newspaper column, Sergeant Shaft. And it's just amazing. He always kind of told me that, he worked his federal government job so he could pursue his passion, which was helping other veterans through the Blinded American Veterans Foundation and through his column. And I'm so proud also that so many of our friends and family came out to support him in this award.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think everyone should appreciate all he's done over the years.
And all the volunteer work. I mean, tens of thousands of hours over the years of volunteer work is amazing to me. I feel like a bum.
But we have highly important Disney work that we have to get done around here, so don't feel bad.
Well, thanks everybody for listening.
Yes, and it looks like we are done with another show. Thanks to our sponsors, Theme Park Connection, Winter Garden, Florida.
And Maple Leaf Tickets.
Our official ticket agency. Thanks again. We'll see you all next week.
Love you, Dad.